Hello everyone, this is Ken with Power Source Electric, and thanks for taking a look at our video on switches. I'm going to go ahead and show you one here. This is a toggle switch, and the reason we call it a toggle switch is just the front part of the switch. All switches work the same. They open and close a circuit, but we call this one a toggle switch because of the front, the toggle. You can have a rocker switch, which is the flat panel switch. You can have a dimmer switch, but this is a toggle switch. So on the back side of the switch, you're going to notice there's two screws, and that's where our electrical connection is. You'll notice there's no place for a neutral wire. This switch doesn't have a neutral wire, but there is a place for a ground wire right here. Little green screw, and that's for our ground wire. All of our devices need to be grounded. Also in the back, you'll see the little round holes, and those are for the back connection. If you were to strip a 14 gauge wire, you could stick it in those holes, and that would give you a connection there. I don't recommend that connection simply because the springs inside of that connection, over the years, corrosion gets in there and it can cause those springs to come loose, and then we have a loose connection. Then you can get arcing in the switch, and that's just no good. So take the extra time, wrap the screw with the wire and tighten it down, and that will give you the best connection. So let's take a look at how the wire gets connected to the switch. So now we've got our wire attached to the switch, and I want to show you how that works. Right here you'll see that the wire is coming in, it's going around the screw. It's important that the hook goes with the screw, so as you tighten it, it's tightening down onto the wire and it doesn't cause the wire to become loose. So we have our two color feeds because these are both hot wires, or they're going to both have power on them. One's going to bring the power in to the switch, one's going to take the power out to your light fixture or whatever you're controlling with the switch. But both of these wires are considered hot wires. Your ground wire right up here on the top, go ahead and turn this around, and you'll see how your ground wire is attached to the green screw. So that's the connection for our switch, and it's pretty basic. You can't really mix these two wires up. All it does is open and close the connection. So I wanted to illustrate that for you a little bit better. If we had two wires without a switch, all the switch does is we have our power coming in to feed the switch, then we have our power going out to bring power to our light fixture or whatever we're controlling. When a switch is open, that means these two wires aren't connected. When the switch is turned to the on position, these two wires are touching, and that sends our power through. It's just a flow from power out to our light fixture. We want our light fixture to turn off. We're going to turn the switch off, and it disconnects these two wires. And that's pretty much what a switch does. So if you have any questions on switches, please hit contact us, and send me your questions, send me your request. I'd be happy to answer it for you. And thanks a lot for coming by our site, powersourcetutorials.com.